The viewership information for the February 10th episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix has been revealed, with a 53% decline in global views since the January 6th premiere on the streaming platform. We've also got the ratings for Tuesday's episode of NXT on the CW. There is reportedly frustration within the WWE Women's division over current booking. Frankie Kazarian reveals he didn't want to be in the AEW locker room, so he started getting changed in the coach's room. Goldberg reveals when his upcoming WWE retirement match will take place. An update on how you can watch WWE Evolve in the United Kingdom. The Rock has been cast in an upcoming Martin Scorsese movie. Earl Hebner says he offered to help AEW referees but never heard back. We've got the viewership information for the WWE LFG premiere episode on A&E. Plus, Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan signs a WWE Legends deal. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's begin with the latest viewership information for Monday Night Raw on Netflix. And Raw has hit a new low for total viewership in 2025 over the last 7 days. Now, per Netflix's Tudum site, Raw's 10th of February 2025 episode drew 2.8 million global weekly viewers for a 1 hour 51-minute show. This is down 300,000 viewers from the February 3rd episode's 3.1 million and is the lowest since Raw arrived on Netflix on January 6th. Raw finished 8th on Netflix's weekly top 10 English television shows. Tudum only publishes the top 10, so if Raw ever slips out of the rankings, viewership will not be reported. Now, last week's numbers mean Raw's overall viewership has now declined 53% since the January 6th premiere on the streaming platform. A drop was to be expected, as wrestling shows debuting on new platforms tend to start artificially high before leveling out, and WWE loaded the Netflix premiere up with stars like The Rock, John Cena, and promoting it to near PLE levels with huge matches and main events including Roman Reigns wrestling, CM Punk wrestling, and more. Now, Netflix viewership differs from traditional Nielsen ratings in that they cover 7 full days of viewership worldwide, while Nielsen accounts for live and same-day viewing in the United States only. This makes comparing Raw's current performance to other wrestling shows airing on traditional television quite difficult. Nonetheless, it is quite interesting that it seems that the viewership in terms of total global views has declined over 50% since the show debuted on the streaming platform. Now, we also have the ratings for Tuesday's episode of WWE NXT. Programming Insider is reporting that WWE NXT on February 18th drew 689,000 viewers, which is down from the 801,000 viewers from the prior week. That's down 14% from that number on the CW. This is the lowest viewership that the show has scored since December 31st, 2024. Tuesday's episode scored a 0.17 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic, which is down 6% from last week's 0.18 demo rating last Tuesday. This is the lowest demo rating the show has recorded since January 14th, 2025. Now, let's go to the WWE Women's division, because there is reportedly frustration amongst WWE's women's roster over the booking of the division, with talents wanting to be on a more even plane. That is according to Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful. Discussing a question on the hump that was first asked on Fightful Select's Discord server, Sean Ross Sapp said, quote, "Somebody asked about women's booking and I said yes, I have spoken with plenty of women in WWE who are frustrated about the booking of women. This is not a new thing. It's nowhere near Royal Rumble 2022 level, but there has been a situation where a women's WWE performer has reached out to me and said, dude, can you find out if I'm listed internally as a heel or babyface? And I'm like, damn, okay. I know there have been Mania pitches that have been rejected because people are like, token tag matches aren't something that they want to do. They want things to be put on a more even plane in the women's division. The contracts are going up, viewership is adjusted accordingly for when women are on screen. It's not the sideshow or anything like that, it's part of the show. You're adding more titles, adding more matches, all that stuff. There's a lot of people that have been parked. For example, I'm not going to say Natalya is frustrated. They signed Natalya. They wanted to keep Natalya. They had creative plans for Natalya. And then what's Natalya done since then? Hasn't done anything. Hasn't been on NXT. Hasn't been doing anything, end quote. Now, top programs in the women's division currently include Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship, while Rhea Ripley's WrestleMania 41 opponents will be decided in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. The women's division has expanded in recent months with the introduction of WWE Women's United States Championships and also the Women's Intercontinental Championship as well. Now, Frankie Kazarian, of course, he's currently in TNA, but was an AEW original, and he said he reached a point where he didn't want to be in the AEW locker room. Kazarian was with AEW in its early years and was one half of the inaugural AEW World Tag Team Champions with Scorpio Sky. Kazarian left AEW in January 2023 as he requested that AEW not roll over his contract so he could join TNA full-time. During a virtual signing with KNS WrestleFest, Frankie Kazarian reflected on leaving AEW. He recalled how, over a year before he left the company, his wife Tracy Brooks told him that he had to go when she went to a show with him. Quote, funny thing about my wife, she obviously knows the business very well. She went to one AEW show, physically went there with me. She was in there for maybe half an hour and she pulled me aside and she said, you have to get out of here. This was a year and a half before I left. She saw half an hour and she said, you have to get out of here. She knew my frustrations at the time. She just got that vibe too. I'm not bearing the company to all the AEW fans. It's a fine place if that's what you enjoy, but it just wasn't for me, Kazarian said. Now, Kazarian then discussed some of his frustrations with the company and noted that it all came down to management. He stated he felt like there wasn't any management or leadership, especially if you weren't a featured act. He said, quote, it all comes down to management, leadership. I felt there really wasn't any, especially if you're not one of the featured acts. I get it. TK is a very, very nice guy, and I do like Tony, but his attention is on those that are on the program, and towards the end, I wasn't one of them, and that was fine, Kazarian said. The AEW locker room also came up in the conversation, and Kazarian said that for the last 2 years with the company, he got changed in the coach's room. He stated that he didn't want to be in the AEW locker room anymore. He said, quote, the AEW locker room, when I was in there for the last 2 years I was there, I changed with the coaches because I didn't want to be in the locker room for a variety of reasons, and I had friends, Arn Anderson and Jerry Lynn and Billy Gunn. Those are my buddies. I kind of had more in common with them. So TNA actually enjoy being in the locker room because my friends are there and everyone is focused on the same goal. It's legit the funnest locker room I've ever been in, Kazarian said. Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg, of course, is set to have his WWE retirement match later on this year. John Cena isn't the only WWE superstar set to retire in 2025, with Goldberg also set to have his own retirement match later this year. Having appeared at Bad Blood on October 5th, 2024, Goldberg was at ringside and caught the attention of World Heavyweight Champion Gunther. Gunther would insult Goldberg, leading to the WWE Hall of Famer jumping the barricade, only to be held back by security. With both men seemingly intent on facing each other, Goldberg provided an update on his in-ring return for his retirement match. Speaking on his CarCast podcast, Goldberg revealed that his WWE retirement match will take place sometime this summer. Goldberg, who previously revealed the training strategy he's following, would also reveal that he can't lift for 3 weeks as he recovers from stem cell therapy, saying, quote, I feel like $1 trillion, whether it's from the stuff that altered my life prior or the stem cell treatment after a day, I feel like $1 million comparatively. You have to be logical, but it's like you're a racehorse again. You're being held in a stall and you can't come out for a period of time. The WWE Hall of Fame would reveal that this match is taking place in the summer, though a date is yet to be set, stating, quote, I have a match sometime this summer. I don't know exactly when it is, but I know it's coming up, and I know at 58 years old I have to be in my underwear in front of everybody, and I hold a very high standard of myself. I need to get to work yesterday. The long-term benefit and the benefit for me in the ring will be so much more if I just calm my ass down. Now, Goldberg last competed in February 2022, losing to WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber. Now, a bit of an update here when it comes to WWE Evolve and where it's going to air in the UK. WWE's new upcoming Evolve show will air on the company's YouTube channel outside of the United States, it has been announced. WWE revealed that Evolve will air on YouTube internationally, which includes the United Kingdom. The premiere of WWE Evolve is scheduled for Wednesday, March 5th at 8 p.m. Eastern on Tubi in the United States. The show will air in the United Kingdom on YouTube from 1 a.m. GMT on Thursday, March 6th. WWE have aired Saturday night's main event as an unlisted video on YouTube in the UK since the classic series was rebooted in December 2024. Whether WWE will utilize a similar approach for Evolve is currently unknown. WWE have already held one set of Evolve tapings at the WWE Performance Center, and more tapings will be held on Friday, February 21st. Wrestlers on the show includes a mix of talents from WWE ID, NXT Level Up, and NXT, as well as Performance Center trainees. The next set of tapings will introduce the Evolve Championship. When the Evolve Championship is introduced, WWE's list of active titles will expand to 22 or 23 depending on how the Universal title is classified. WWE created 2 new championships with the WWE ID Men's title and WWE ID Women's title this week. The Rock, he's set to be very busy, and he's teaming up with another legendary director. Ahead of his turn as Mark Kerr in A24's upcoming film The Smashing Machine, Deadline is now reporting on a new project for The Final Boss. According to the outlet, there is a package going around Hollywood for a Martin Scorsese-directed crime movie starring The Rock, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Emily Blunt. The Hawaii-set film is being described as The Departed meets Goodfellas, 2 iconic films in Scorsese's filmography. Nick Bilton, the Idol, Fake Famous, is currently attached to pen the script. For a brief description of the film, Deadline writes, quote, "The film focuses on a turbulent time on the island Paradise when an aspiring mob boss battled rival crime factions to wrestle control of the underworld of the Hawaiian Islands. It was a bloody battle, the kind of terrain Scorsese covered in both Goodfellas and The Departed. In 1960s and 70s Hawaii, this formidable and charismatic mob boss rises to build the island's most powerful criminal empire, waging a brutal war against mainland corporations and rival syndicates, while fighting to preserve his ancestral land. It's based on the untold true story of a man who fought to preserve his homeland for a ruthless quest for absolute power, igniting the last great American mob saga, where the war for cultural survival takes place in the unlikeliest of places, Paradise." The outlet still states that the duo of Emily Blunt and The Rock were the ones who brought the idea to Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio. Blunt has shared the screen with the Great One many times before, including the aforementioned Mark Kerr biopic, The Smashing Machine. Earl Hebner, he's opened up about wanting to work with AEW referees. Earl Hebner is considered by many fans and wrestlers to be the greatest referee of all time, refereeing some of the most high-profile matches in wrestling history. Hebner is no longer active as a full-time referee, but he's willing to help other referees in companies if they ask. Appearing on Reffing It Up with Brian Hebner, Jimmy Corderas, and Daniel Spencer, Hebner was asked for his thoughts on the state of refereeing. He said, quote, "I watch a little bit of TV. They have some, they want to get good and get on time. You're going to have to find some that just want to be on TV, count to 3 and go home. It comes to coaches, agents. They should say, get your ass to the ring. Once they are there, we're there for a reason. Whether it's live or taped, to me, it's all live. If you have to edit, it costs you money. Why not go and learn what to do and do it right the first time? Some of the refs now, they're there to be TV stars and it doesn't matter to them. They just want to know the finish and go home. I'm not saying all of them, just some of them that I've watched. The agents and coaches need to say, go to the ring. Truly, you should have to tell them to go to the ring. If they are dumb and don't know, then tell them. A false finish, foot on the rope. If you don't know the spot and you're not looking for it, your arm is coming down. It's not going to stop and we're going to count. Then you make the excuse, I didn't see it. What are you going to do? I've offered to help AEW and I've talked to Jericho, but I never heard anything else back about it. When Kyoto got there, I thought maybe they'd let him do it, but he's not there full time. I'm willing to help any of the companies if they want me, but nobody has reached out. If I could help somebody for 6 months, I would help them. If they don't want it, fine with me. Now, Hebner, as you can see in the picture, was part of AEW in 2019, refereeing a handful of matches and events during his brief run with the company, but alas, he is no longer with AEW. We've got a bit of an update here when it comes to the premier data when it comes to viewership for WWE LFG. Now, according to Programming Insider, the premiere episode of WWE LFG drew 160,000 viewers and a 0.05 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic. The reality show follows up incoming superstars who are coached by legends like The Undertaker, Mickie James, Bully Ray, and more. WWE Rivals, focusing on The Undertaker versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, drew 178,000 viewers and a 0.05 demo rating. WWE's Greatest Moments on WWE Raw in the 1990s drew 169,000 viewers and a 0.04 demo rating. The block of shows airs from 8 p.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. Eastern on A&E. And finally, WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan has signed a new WWE Legends deal. The news was first reported by Dominic D'Angelo of SE Scoops. Duggan was in attendance for WWE Saturday Night's main event on January 25th. A WWE Legends deal allows Duggan to be featured in video games and action figures. Duggan is a former WCW United States Heavyweight Champion and won the first ever WWE Royal Rumble match before it became a pay-per-view event. But there you go, guys. The latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.